Making my own outfit for the Mayhem Ball, which is in 2 weeks now, and I've just finished the skirt. Here's a little reminder of the design that we're going for. As I mentioned before, the concept is that my head has just been cut off, but I'm still serving cut. So obviously the main aspects of this are the skirt and the jacket. So I've finished sewing the skirt, but as you can see in the diagram, those red bits are going to be some like beadwork. The actual structure of the skirt is all done. This is some of the cleanest sewing that I've ever done, and I'm so proud of it. This is all in satin as well, which I've never really worked with before. Look at this invisible zip. This is the cleanest invisible zip that I've ever sewed before in my whole life. I've also ordered the beads. The idea for attaching the beads is that I'm actually going to sew just jump rings onto the skirt, so then I can play around with like different kinds of beads to then attach to the jump rings. I was thinking like I don't want to start sewing on beads with thread and then not liking them, having to cut off all the threads and whatever. I'm going to use these things called head pins, I think they're called. So you put the beads on this piece of metal called a head pin, and then you like curve the end around, and that's what hooks onto the jump ring. I did come down with a cold last week, so that kind of set me back. We are still on track for this to get done. Here we have all the pieces for the jacket. I'm going to start that today. Definitely going to have a jacket finished by the end of the week, and then it will really just be like final touches. I said in the last video that for the like top underneath, the red top underneath, instead of making my own, I'd bought a turtleneck from a charity shop. This is said turtleneck. I think it's such a perfect colour. It's like kind of like a rusty burgundy, so I think it's really good for like a blood colour. And this was just a Uniqlo turtleneck, but I got it for £2. Then for the like exploding blood from my neck, I'm gonna make sort of a separate like ruff kind of situation that I'll tie on like a necklace. For that, I've got some velvet coming in the post, which is like the same kind of like rusty kind of colour as this. And then I'm just going to kind of play around with it. I thought velvet would look really nice on top of like the satin, because the jacket's going to be the satin as well. And also it's got a bit of weight to it, so it will help with the flopping over. Oh, also regarding the makeup, I think what I'm going to do is try and recreate the look from when Lady Gaga sang Speechless at the Royal Variety Show. It was probably in like 2011 or something. She had like the red diamante, like kind of almost heart-shaped eye thing going on. So I think that would go really perfectly with this outfit. Stay tuned to see how the whole thing comes out. We've only got 2 weeks left now.